Hello and welcome back to our channel, where we're about to embark on an exciting and crucial journey, discovering the art of escaping the jaws of a shark. While shark encounters are rare, being prepared is a game changer. Let's delve deep into this topic together. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of escape techniques, it's paramount to comprehend shark behavior. These magnificent creatures are curious by nature, and most attacks stem from confusion or curiosity rather than a desire to harm. Staying calm and informed is your best defense. Sharks have a unique set of senses that have evolved over millions of years to make them efficient predators in their aquatic environments. Let's delve into how their senses work and debunk some common misconceptions. Number 1. Vision. Sharks have excellent low-light vision due to a high density of rod cells in their eyes. This enables them to see well in dimly lit underwater environments. However, their color vision and clarity may not be as advanced as that of humans. Despite this, sharks are still capable of detecting contrasts and movements from a distance, allowing them to identify potential prey. Number 2. Olfaction. Smell. Sharks have an extraordinary sense of smell. They possess specialized olfactory bulbs that enable them to detect trace amounts of chemicals in the water. This keen sense of smell helps sharks locate food sources from afar. Contrary to some misconceptions, a shark's sense of smell isn't exclusively driven by blood. They can detect various scents, including those from injured or distressed fish. Number 3. Electromagnetic sensing. Sharks have specialized pores called ampullae of Lorenzini that can detect the weak electrical fields generated by living organisms. This electroreception allows them to sense the heartbeat and muscle movements of potential prey hidden in the sand. It's worth noting that the electrical fields humans generate are usually too weak to attract sharks from a significant distance, dispelling the myth that wearing metal objects or jewelry attracts sharks. Number 4. Lateral line system. Sharks have a lateral line system, a series of sensory organs along their sides, which detects changes in water pressure and vibrations. This system helps them perceive movements, even in low light conditions. While it's true that sudden, intense vibrations can be detected by the lateral line system, it's unlikely that splashing or typical human movements will trigger a shark's predatory response from a distance. Number 5. Hearing. Sharks have acute hearing, especially for low-frequency sounds. They can detect vibrations produced by fish movements and even recognize specific sounds associated with struggling prey. While the vibration of splashing might be detected, it's not necessarily a major trigger for shark attacks. Number 6. Myth. Sharks are always aggressive. One of the most common misconceptions is that all sharks are aggressive and pose a significant threat to humans. In reality, the vast majority of shark species are not dangerous to humans. Most shark attacks are a result of mistaken identity or curiosity, and fatal attacks are extremely rare. Many shark species are actually shy and will avoid human contact whenever possible. Understanding how sharks' senses work helps us appreciate their role in the marine ecosystem and allows us to coexist with them safely. While it's important to respect sharks and their environment, it's equally important to dispel myths and base our actions on accurate information to minimize unnecessary fear and harm. Prevention is indeed the ultimate strategy. Avoid swimming in known shark hotspots, particularly during feeding times. Furthermore, skip flashy jewelry and vibrant swimwear. These could be mistaken for prey by sharks due to their natural instincts. Spot a shark nearby? Maintain eye contact, but avoid directly staring. This signals awareness without appearing confrontational. Your confidence might just discourage the shark from approaching. If a shark starts nosing around, it's time to execute the slow and steady back off. Abrupt movements can trigger their predatory instincts, so keep your motions deliberate and unhurried. Let's delve into the fascinating world of shark vision and motion detection, and understand why sudden movements can trigger their predatory instincts. Sharks have a unique visual system adapted for their underwater environment. Their eyes are specialized for low light conditions and excellent contrast sensitivity. While they may not see colors as vividly as humans, they are exceptionally sensitive to light contrasts, allowing them to spot prey even in dimly lit waters. Sharks also have a high density of rod cells, which are responsible for detecting light and motion, enhancing their ability to see well in various lighting conditions. Sharks possess an incredible ability to detect even the smallest movements in their surroundings. This is due to a specialized structure known as the lateral line system, which is a series of sensory organs running along their sides. This system is sensitive to changes in water pressure and vibrations caused by movements. It allows sharks to perceive vibrations in the water, enabling them to detect the presence and movements of potential prey, predators, or other objects. Sudden movements can trigger a shark's predatory instincts for a couple of reasons. Mimicking prey behavior. In the underwater world, many prey animals display erratic and sudden movements when they're trying to escape from predators. These movements often signal vulnerability or distress. When a shark detects sudden and rapid movements, it might interpret them as the behavior of injured or panicked prey, which triggers its natural hunting response. Natural predatory behavior. Sharks are apex predators and have evolved to be efficient hunters. They have a keen sense for detecting the slightest disturbances in the water caused by potential prey. When an object or animal suddenly moves, it creates ripples and vibrations that can mimic the movements of prey struggling to escape. This taps into the shark's innate hunting instincts, causing it to investigate and potentially attack. Curiosity and investigative behavior. Sharks are naturally curious animals. They often investigate unfamiliar objects in their environment by bumping or biting them. Sudden movements can trigger this curiosity, leading the shark to approach the source of the movement for a closer look. Depending on the shark's species and mood, this investigation could lead to a potential bite. Escape. Do you have anything on hand, like a snorkel, camera, or even a trusty surfboard? Positioning it between you and the shark could serve as a barrier, providing you with a moment to create crucial distance. As you retreat, be mindful of your personal space. Avoid cornering yourself against a reef or getting stuck in tight quarters. Your aim is to offer the shark a clear escape route. In the unthinkable scenario where a shark makes contact, it's crucial to be ready to defend yourself. Target the shark's sensitive spots: eyes, gills, and snout. The idea is to cause discomfort and convince the shark to let go. Defending against a shark is a last resort, and it's important to remember that the best strategy is to avoid getting into a situation where you have to defend yourself in the first place. However, if you find yourself in an extreme circumstance where you need to fend off a shark, here are the areas you should target. Number 1. Eyes. The eyes are one of the most sensitive parts of a shark's body. Sharks rely on their eyesight for hunting and detecting prey, so attacking their eyes can cause discomfort and potentially deter them. Number 2. Gills. Sharks have a series of gill slits on the sides of their heads that allow them to extract oxygen from the water. The gills are also sensitive areas, and targeting them might disrupt the shark's ability to breathe properly, causing it to release its grip. Number 3. Snout. The snout, or rostrum, is another area you can target. Hitting the shark's snout forcefully can cause pain and disorientation, potentially leading the shark to release its hold on you. Number 4. Nostrils. Some species of sharks have sensitive nasal passages near their nostrils. Similar to the eyes and gills, targeting this area could cause discomfort and make the shark retreat. Number 5. Pectoral fins. Sharks have large pectoral fins on either side of their bodies. These fins help with balance and steering. Attacking or grabbing onto these fins might interfere with the shark's ability to maneuver effectively. It's important to note that defending against a shark is not a guaranteed tactic and should only be attempted as a last resort when your life is in immediate danger. The goal is to create discomfort for the shark and convince it to release its grip, giving you a chance to escape. Using any available objects like a camera, snorkel, or even your fists can help you target these sensitive areas. Remember that sharks are powerful and potentially dangerous animals, so even in a defensive situation, your primary goal should be to get away from the shark and seek safety as soon as possible. Avoid any aggressive or threatening movements that could further provoke the shark. Always prioritize avoiding shark encounters through prevention, awareness, and staying informed about the specific behaviors of the sharks in your area. With larger species like the great white, floating limp or playing dead might be an option. Sharks might lose interest if they sense no resistance. But remember, this is a last-ditch effort and might not apply to all encounters. Remember, you're not alone in this. Signal for help if you're with others, and try to stay afloat using any available objects. This helps maintain your visibility and reduce the chances of getting mistaken for prey. Calling for help in the ocean while minimizing the risk of drawing attention to sharks is a crucial skill to have in case of an emergency. Here's how you can effectively call for help without alerting nearby sharks. Stay calm. First and foremost, it's important to stay calm and composed. Panicking can attract the attention of nearby sharks due to the erratic movements and increased heart rate. Use audible signals. Instead of splashing or making sudden loud noises, which could potentially attract sharks, use controlled and rhythmic sounds to signal for help. Yelling or whistling at a steady pace can carry across the water without causing undue disturbance. Group communication. If you're in a group, communicate with your fellow swimmers in a hushed and coordinated manner. Create a plan for how you'll signal for help using predetermined signals that are known to everyone in the group. Floating devices. If you have access to floating devices like life vests, pool noodles, or inflatable rafts, use them to help you stay afloat and conserve energy. These objects can also serve as signaling tools. Tapping on them or hitting them rhythmically can create sounds that travel through the water, potentially alerting nearby boats or rescuers. Signal mirrors or reflective items. If you have a mirror or any reflective item with you, use it to catch the sunlight and create flashes. These flashes can be seen from a distance and are less likely to attract sharks' attention compared to sudden movements. Stay visible. If you're in a group, arrange yourselves in a way that maximizes your visibility from different angles. Rescuers are more likely to spot a group of people than individuals scattered in the water. Use communication devices. If you have access to communication devices like a whistle or a waterproof walkie-talkie, use them to call for help. These devices are designed for emergency situations and can help rescuers locate you without attracting sharks. Maintain a low profile. Keep as much of your body as possible underwater, especially if you're waiting for rescue. A low profile is less likely to attract the attention of sharks compared to a person flailing on the surface. Avoid blood or strong odors. If you have any open wounds, try to keep them elevated and out of the water. Blood or strong odors could potentially attract sharks, so minimizing their exposure to the water is essential. Stay in a group. Sharks are more likely to approach lone individuals than groups. Staying together can provide a sense of security and reduce the likelihood of a shark encounter. Remember that the likelihood of sharks being attracted solely by these signals is quite low, especially in emergency situations. Rescuers and boats in the area are more focused on helping than on potential shark activity. However, taking these precautions can help you signal for help effectively while minimizing unnecessary risks. Surviving a shark encounter is just the beginning. Seek medical attention immediately, even for seemingly minor injuries. The road to recovery also involves addressing the mental impact. Don't hesitate to reach out for professional support if needed. Let's wrap up this deep dive into shark survival. While the odds of an encounter are minimal, being equipped with knowledge and composure is priceless. If you found this guide valuable, please like, subscribe, and share to spread awareness. Until our next exciting exploration, stay safe, stay informed, and continue to explore our incredible world.